You know, I knew dude. I mean, you know, I grew up around some fucking real crazy poor white people. You know, the dude they had a dude in our town, no arms, used to fucking fight everybody. You know that dude. You know what I'm saying? He'd get you in that lurch. He would catch you with between his chin and his chest. He would fucking snack you like a snake.
We were talking about this dude.
His boy Gurt was his name. And he would just get you like that, bruh. And he'd choke you down.
He had no arms.
No arms at all. And he'd fight anybody, dude. And he would choke you.
So if you went to punch him, how would he block?
Oh, bro. He'd spin out of it. He'd spin, he'd duck, he'd dodge. The dude he just...
And would he catch your hand with his neck?
Huh?
Would he catch your hand?
He would just lurch at you. And, bro, the thing is, here was the...
Oh, you know what? If he hits you with that shoulder, you're going down.
Yeah, part of it. The big move was that choke. He would catch you like this.
Where would he catch you? Your hand?
In your neck. He would catch you neck to neck.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, once he got you neck to neck, Gurt Yuva, the whole family was fucking...
He could choke you out.
Psychos, bro. Brother had sharpened half of his teeth on one side of his mouth, dude. These people would fuck you up. One of the kids was in a wheelchair, they never taught him to walk, I think. I don't even think he was crippled. They just never taught him to walk. And so the other brother would carry him on his back everywhere, like a backpack, dude, and didn't even give a fuck. Well, anyway, I get back to the hotel where my buddies are staying in the morning. The girl slept over. She hooked up with my buddy, right?
Yeah.
And he had broken both of his. He had 2 broken arms though, so my other buddy had to hold him up while he was fucking her. Got on top of her, but then my other buddy, who was real strong, like Adonis, leaned over and just held him up the whole time by his chest, so he could just like dangle his arms, like because my buddy was on top, like he could just dangle his arms and still have sex. And then me and the girl ended up having sex, dude. And she had the darkest bush I've ever seen in my life. Oh. And it was like 3 or 4 inches long, and it was straight. She was like black. She was African American, but just kind of in the pussy. And it was just the hair was just very, you know, it was more of African type of hair, you know. And it was just so exciting. It was such an exciting time. And that was up in Binghamton, I think. We had this dude in our neighborhood growing up named Herbie that would wear these heels, dude, that his own family made him. And they were like 3, maybe 4 inches high, right? Full shoe heel.
He was 6 foot.
Oh, dude, look. And then he would comb his hair straight up. So he was like a small person. Bookended between just fucking things God didn't give him, you know?
Why would he how old was he?
He might have been anywhere. We were kids, so he could have been anywhere from 20 to 40, you know?
Ah, God, I feel, don't do that.
Dude,
he just rock your height, man.
Yeah, bro, he couldn't. And his grandparents were tall, were little, and they fucked, and that's what happens. Come on, buddy. You know, get in there. We had one handicapped kid, and he always said, get in there no matter what you were doing, dude.
Get in there.
They could be like dropping somebody at a funeral in town into the grave. And
get in there.
Get in there. He would always say that, and he would recite some like AC/DC lyrics every now and then. He had a mental condition.
Yeah.
And so that boy would go off. And
he was there for when you lost your virginity.
Well, he was, people always bring him into shit. Be like, oh, let's get in there. That's what they called him.
Get in there?
Yeah. They're like, put him in the back, you know?
I can't get right.
Yeah. So there'd be basketball games. It's great, you know, get in there. You just hear it every now and then, get you fired up.
Yeah.
You know,
when not trying to sex, though.
Yeah. When you're trying to fuck, you know, and hide from a fucking shale storm, you know, it's a little bit more tricky.
Get in there.
Dude, somebody brought that boy to a funeral, and I remember the only rule was do not say it. Do not say it. And he was quiet the whole time, so they lowered that casket. And he's like, get in there!
They were on chair, or everyone like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, no. Get the fuck out.
I mean, people were just like, oh.
I would celebrate it.
They had a man, speaking of alcohol and headbutting, they had a black man that one time we go get like Taka vodka used to be the kind of vodka that we would drink. It was just like this off-brand in our region.
Like Todd's almost?
Yeah, probably like something like that. Just like whatever. Every place had their own little local brand or whatever. And this was called Taka. And so you go get a fifth of Taka or whatever. So one time I'll pull up by the gas station and they had this man. And I was thinking, oh, this guy will buy some vodka. He looks like he drinks some vodka. And it was daytime. You know, it was probably maybe 11 a.m. So I pick it. I say, hey, man, will you get us some liquor? He said, yeah. I said, all right, here's the money. You got to go in and get the liquor, come back out and get in the car. It was kind of dude you got to give exact directions to.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to deviate from the plan. 100%. Probably buy like some fucking Slim Jims and a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, scratch offs. Fucking the dice. Yeah.
This dude come out with shoes. So anyway, he gets back in the car. He's got the liquor. And that's when this dude told me, he's like, I'm the headbutting champion of the world, right? Last thing you want to hear from, I'm talking this guy, the only man I've ever seen, yeah.
He had that thick head.
Oh. This guy's head was probably made by that shoemaker, right? He had that kind of head. He had a
bigger,
shoemaker's.
smaller than Chin's head. Chin's head has a dome on him.
It was like Chin's head with another Chin's head on top of it.
All forehead?
Oh, yeah, but all forehead, dude.
God
yeah,
damn.
It was that jaundiced snowman. It was like stacking up a couple of Chin's heads, right? This guy had just, like, you could see his neck, you could hear his neck. If you put your ear up to his neck, you could, his neck would be like, man, I'm tired. You know?
I'm exhausted.
I'm tired.
And he was headbutting people?
No, he goes, I'm driving us off. He has the vodka. And I want the vodka from him, right?
You're trying to get fucked up.
And he goes, I'm the headbutting champion of the world, right? And this dude's homeless, okay? So.
Did you say, I didn't know there was competition for that, sir?
And this is before they had it. This is way before. This is 20 years before Kimbo Slice, right? Yeah. And this man looked exactly like Kimbo Slice, right?
But white?
With a 2-story head.
Oh, he's black.
But white or black?
But black.
All right.
100% black. And so next thing you know, he goes, I'm the headbutting champion of the world. And you start to see him kind of just looking at me as I just feel like suddenly.
He was sizing up your dome.
Yeah, suddenly I'm looking forward driving and he's looking directly at me, right?
You can feel it.
There is no us. We're not going anywhere anymore. He is just in the car with me. And so I pull, and he goes, do you think you could beat me? And I knew. But when he said, do you think anything at that point, I'm already thinking of the cops. I'm thinking of my funeral. I'm thinking of dude in the back. Get in there. I'm thinking about,
fuck out.
But you can't just get out of a car when you're driving it. And that's one of the issues with cars is that you have some responsibility to stay in there and at least pull it over.
Especially if it's yours.
Yeah. So I pull over because I'm not going to get knocked unconscious while I'm moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So this dude, he goes, you want to know? And I know he couldn't even hear me anymore. I'm saying no.
He's seeing red.
Oh, yeah.
For him, it's game time.
Yeah, it's game time, dude. Yeah. I'm saying no in different ways. I'm saying no in different languages. And you can tell it's not registering in his head. And he just lines me up, right? And just hit me as hard as he could with his fucking head, bro. Yeah, knocked me completely unconscious. Only been knocked out twice in my life. Once was actually about 3 weeks ago when I fell under the sofa when I was wrestling with some children. The other time was when this dude, the self-proclaimed headbutting champion of the world, fucking put that one-hit sleeper on me, bro. Here's the crazy part. He didn't even touch me with his hands.
Did he leave the vodka at least?
He didn't even
dipped out.
Huh? Everything was gone, dude. Everything was gone.
He's homeless, though.
Yeah.
That's the champ, thoh. That's the champ.
Yeah.
How many people can say he got knocked out by the champ? It's a kind of an honor, man.
Yeah. And my first thought was, that dude is the champ. And my first thought.
That's the champ right there.
No doubt that man's
That's the champ right there.